Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday Night Live with Vegan Zombie. Wait for everybody to get on. Hey, Produce. You know what? It's snowing out. It's snowing out here. Is it snowing out anywhere where you guys are? We're halfway into April and it's snowing. How's everybody doing tonight? Another night, another live. Yeah. All the snow. Literally, it's like 4 months out of the year here where it doesn't snow. But it could snow another month. So potentially 3 months where it doesn't snow. It's crazy. You left a comment on last night's live stream. I'll check that out afterwards. Kelly, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. You finally made it. So what's new? What's new with everybody here? Actually awake. It's 10:30. 10:30 at night here on the East Coast. It's snowing. It's not that cold out, but it's snowing. I went outside without a jacket, just a hoodie. Oh, yep, it's freezing. It's 32 degrees out. It just doesn't seem like it. You checked out Dr. Greg. I started watching Dr. Greger's video on the pandemic, the old one. I started watching it last night after I was laying in bed, and I fell asleep probably quarter of the way through, so I got to finish it. You researched the unsolved mysteries today, couldn't find a thing. Yeah, it's for some reason it's really hard to find that one. My dad found the article and he sent it to me in the mail, so it should be here tomorrow. But I don't know if that's going to show when. But he also found the tape. So he found the VHS tape of the actual show. So I don't know. I got to go pick that up from him if it's safe to pick up. And I don't know, maybe digitize it on my computer. Maybe show you guys that way. Then I won't have to look through every single unsolved mysteries to find it. It's really hot down there in SoCal. Figures. I think as of tomorrow, they're mandating everybody here wear a mask when you go outside. It's funny because like less than a month ago, they were telling people that they were crazy to wear a mask, and people were being ridiculed for wearing masks. But what did I say in the beginning? Wear a mask. You just had an amazing Beyond Meat and black bean burrito. That sounds good. I made myself a... well, I didn't have a pita, so I made a wrap. I made a falafel wrap today. Started filming, so... I think I'm going to change the title of it, though. I gotta go back and refilm something. Hey, Decor. How's it going? Dom. Hope you're good out there in Canada. Hi, Trini. The Unsolved Mysteries episode is about a double murder here in Syracuse, New York, at Big Al's. I think it was Big Al's Garage. I closed it. Okay, here. Big Al's Auto Sales Unsolved Mysteries. I can link this. If you are really good at searching things out, that is the link that they have. We're looking for the actual Unsolved Mysteries because my dad's in it. You got a couple more masks today. I haven't seen any news segments, so I didn't see the Philadelphia footage. Yeah, if you go anywhere in public or anything, you're supposed to wear a mask. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Angela. Well, the murder happened in 1991 February, but it's a cold case, and my dad doesn't remember exactly what year they filmed the Unsolved Mysteries. It might have been 92 or 3, not really sure. It's definitely before that because I remember it was before I graduated from high school, so it's probably 92 or something, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, cashew cream to anything pretty much makes it a lot better. They don't know who did it. It could have been a they. It could have been a one person. They don't know. It's a cold case, and yes, it's still unsolved. Double homicide here in Syracuse. So they did an Unsolved Mysteries episode about it, and my dad was in the Unsolved Mysteries episode. When is cashew ever bad? When you eat it off the tree. It's poisonous. Yeah, they can't piece it together. They still haven't solved it. That'd be crazy if they solved it at this point. What's the population of Syracuse? I think we're just a mid-sized city. I think it's like, I want to say like 300,000, but let me find out. Oh no, it's even lower than 2018. 100, like around 145,000. So even smaller than I thought. Thoughts on Gary Yourofsky? As in what context? That's a very broad, general question. Did he just say something recently? Because if he did, I don't know anything. They have some full. I was wondering, do they have all of the Unsolved Mysteries somewhere that are free to watch? Like, or maybe even on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon? Well, happiest vegan on earth has a pretty good question. I never understood with certain nuts. They sell them as raw cashews on the label, but they can't completely raw like off the tree, right? Since they're poisonous that way. Yeah, so they gotta. I mean, for the most part, they are still raw, but they have to flash heat them to get them away from at least cashews, away from the part of the tree that is poisonous, to make them poisonous. So they flash heat them. It's not like they're cooking them or anything. And I don't know if it's above 118 or not. But yeah, if you want to get really technical, then they did get heated up at one point. But I would say they still have everything that a raw cashew would have, except for the poisonousness. So Pluto TV. Never heard of it. My dad's doing good. Oh, Amazon. Does Amazon Prime have all of like the entire series of Unsolved Mysteries? Yo, Joseph. I would hope that the earlier ones would be free, because then we would be able to find it. But there's so many of them that I don't know if we'll be able to find it, because they didn't really, from what I hear, they're not really put in the descriptions of each episode. Hey, AJ. Yeah, like the roasted ones are more oily and they're obviously cooked through. I used to love those when I was a kid, but now I won't I don't eat those. If I'm going to eat something, it's going to be the raw ones. Yeah, cashews are naturally from the tree. They're naturally poisonous. You can I don't know if you can die from it, but yeah, they're very poisonous. What do I think about dog breeding? Um, well, I'll tell you what I think. I think that if you're really looking for a dog, there's a lot of dogs in shelters and a lot of dogs that need rescuing. That if you have a place for a dog, that'd probably be a better bet to go get a dog from a shelter, a rescue dog, because there's so many of them. So if you look on IMDb, they have descriptions. I couldn't find a description for, like, if you Google this, at least I couldn't find anything. The Syracuse Big L's Auto Unsolved Mysteries, nothing comes up. Except for an article, but nothing comes up for Unsolved Mysteries. Not a similar show? I I guess that's possible, that it might be a similar show, because we're talking 30 years ago. So, I mean, it's possible. I always thought it was Unsolved Mysteries, but maybe it was another show. Dateline, 48 hours. I don't think so. I'll find out, though, because my dad found the actual VHS tape. I saw half of the movie Larry the Cable Guy. That's one of the movies. That's one of the only movies I walked out of. Now I want to find. Now I want to find it. Maybe I'll go pick it up from my parents tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I got a Vegan Cuts box to pick up anyway, so maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I'm still coughing. Room 101. My favorite movie is E.T. E.T. Why did I don't know. There's just something about it when I was watching it. It was just way boring and it just was getting on my nerves and I just left. I do remember the show Amazing Stories and I loved that show. I used to watch that with my dad and my little brother. And they're doing a remake of it now, so that's pretty cool. I want to see it. Oh yeah, tomorrow is Thursday, not Friday. What am I thinking? I'm a day ahead of everything. And we got the purple light. It looks more. It doesn't look purple in the video, but it's purple to me when I look at it. It's on the purple setting of my little remote here. Fight Club is a good movie. Huey Lewis in the news. I walked out of Larry the Cable Guy, and I also walked out of Paranormal Activity 3 for different reasons. Yeah, the Amazing Story reboot is going to be cool. Hopefully. If you're asking me the oil-free question, yes. I still eat nuts and nut butter and avocado and stuff like that, but I don't use oil in any of my food. I don't cook with oil. I don't pour it into my recipes or anything like that. And then you just don't go overly crazy with the nuts and avocados and stuff like that if it's a problem for you. Like if it's something that is shown to increase your LDL, bad cholesterol, then you want to keep all of those to a minimum, which I do. Yeah, I think my favorites for Paranormal Activity were number 1 and 4. Happy vegan anniversary, Lindsay. Congrats. Beyond Belief. I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, I love walnuts, Matthew. I have a lot of almonds, but I don't eat them as often as I used to. The Paranormal Activity. Number 3, the ending was crazy. Maybe it was 3 that I liked the best. Was that the one with the in-laws house where they had that weird witch cult at the end? That one right there was one of my favorites. I've heard that the raw cold pressed flax oil is not a good supplement. Flaxseed and walnuts would be good for omega-3, and chia seeds. I did like the Game Changers. I did a little review on it with Noah Craigster. Looks like my resolution dropped. That might be on your end. You can go into your settings and put it back up to the highest resolution, because on my end it looks perfect. And it says I have a strong stream right now, so. Make almond milk. We did that a long time ago. We have a video for almond milk, if that's what you're wondering. You want to know my top 10 horror movies? Off the top of my head, I don't know. But I did do a video on my top horror movies. I guess it all really depends on what I'm... you know, some of my favorites are Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead. I like a lot of zombie movies by George Romero. Let's see. Some of the newer ones that I thought were pretty good were It Follows and The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I thought was pretty good. I have a whole go like I have a video. Just do vegan zombie top horror movies. I did like a top Halloween movies, and then I did a top horror movies because they're different. I don't like coconuts. So I liked coconut milk, the kind that you would, pour out of a can and make like curry with. I always liked that, but like I never liked coconut shavings or anything like that. Like I never liked Mounds bars or anything like that. The vegan stuff, nothing. If I had coconut shavings on it, I never liked it, which is okay because coconut oil is one of the worst oils for you. So. How's Josh and Rachel? Haven't talked to Josh. Rachel is doing good. She just left to work. I did see Hereditary, and I actually really liked Hereditary. We talked about this probably about a month ago. I really liked Hereditary. I thought it was really well done until the end. And it just felt like whoever wrote it was an amazing writer all the way up until that end, and then they just like had like some inexperienced like middle schooler write the ending, and it made the movie suck, so yeah, if they came up with a new ending, they could have done so much better with that movie. You want me to do a video, an ASMR of my dogs eating fruits and veggies? I was already going to do a video like that, but not ASMR. Just have them see what they like, see what they liked and what they didn't like. But just put a microphone up to them and have them. That would be, I guess that might be fun. My dog's eating carrots. Crunch. I picked a coconut once and cracked it open and drank it out in nature in the Caribbean. Did a video on that. What haven't I done a video on? Ever shot tater tots on what? On your shotgun? The movie that I was talking about with the bad ending was Hereditary. It's hard to, yeah, it is. It's hard to find a good movie these days that you're just like, oh my God, that was an amazing movie. I'm going to be thinking about it for a long time. If I leave the theater and I just don't really think about the movie anymore, then for me it wasn't that amazing. But if I'm thinking about it a week later, then I really loved the movie. Or I'm really disappointed in the movie. Example, Star Wars. I was really disappointed when they did what they did on not the most recent one, the one before that. You know, you gotta, you know, I'm someone that, you know, is from that generation when the first one came out and have watched it, and we won't talk about it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You love the ending of Hereditary? I can't agree with you there. Venom was good. The new one, I've been seeing a lot of well, I haven't lately, but I was seeing a bunch of trailers for Venom right on YouTube. I should do a kickflip. I've done many kickflips in my day. I thought I saw Midsummer, but I didn't. I haven't seen that one. I forgot the name of the one that I did see, though. Yeah, I didn't see Midsummer. I saw, what was the other one that Jordan Peele did? Wait, did Jordan Peele do? No, he didn't even do Midsummer, did he? What's the one that Jordan Peele just did? Where there was like a likeness of the whole family that came in and they like, it was really weird but creepy. I still haven't seen Joker either. Not the one with Joaquin Phoenix. Star Wars Extended Universe. Is that a cartoon? I should go raw vegan? I've been raw vegan. I would never do that again. Us, yeah. Oh, that reminds me, I have to edit a video for tomorrow. Started filming one today. No, Trini, I never saw Joker. And I never mentioned that I did. But I want to see it. Never Let Me Go. No, haven't heard of that one. Have you seen Let Me In? That's a good one. Hi Julie, welcome to the stream, and I also hope you're doing fine tonight. You're doing well tonight. Yeah, they could make so much with the Star Wars world because, you know, the whole universe of Star Wars. What's up, Perpetually? Yeah, I have a few recipes in a dehydrator. I actually made raw vegan pizza, but kale chips are one of my favorites, and check that video out in a dehydrator. Which one did I play? I did play... Let me Google it just to make sure. Star Wars Old Republic. Game. Yeah, I think that's the one I played. It was like MMO, multiplayer universe. I played that. Wow, it was a long time ago. Probably, I don't know, over 10 years ago. It seems like time flies there. But yeah, I did play that for a little bit. People are saying Mandalorian was really good. I need to see the most current Star Wars. Yeah, I saw Mandalorian. I thought it was good, but I don't know. I don't think it was as good as everybody was saying it was. Hey, Parth. I did Hummus Hero. I played the original ET video game. It sucked. I think I still have it somewhere for my Atari. I remember getting that game and playing it with my brother, and it sucks so bad. I didn't get a stimulus check. Yeah, I played Pac-Man and Tetris. In fact, I have pictures on my phone. I think I showed you guys at one point. When I was a little kid, I won a local raffle ticket thing, and I won $100, and I ended up buying Atari with it. You know, back in the early '80s, and Pac-Man came with Atari, so I was playing Pac-Man. Do I think vitamins will help benefit someone who is obese and not healthy lifestyle? Um, they could, yeah. They could definitely help somebody that's not eating healthy. But eating healthy and exercise would probably do the best for them. But taking the vitamins with that to make sure that they're, you know, getting everything that they need. But you don't want to do vitamins and continue to eat crappy, you know? You want to start eating better. I should see 30 Seconds to Mars in person. Um, Kelly, my parents they're doing good. My mom is still sick, but she said she is feeling a little bit better today. My dad is totally fine. What sucked about the ET game? Well, Produce, there's an entire documentary on Netflix about that game. It ruined the guy's career, the guy that made it. He was rushed. He was one of the best in the industry of making video games. But after ET came out, they rushed him to have this game done by Christmas time for Christmas sales. So he literally worked like without sleeping until he had this game done and rushed the game. And it's like there's just it sucks really bad. There's really no plot to it. It's hard to do certain things. You get caught in like places that you can't get out of. It's just very frustrating to play that game. And I remember that as a kid, and I haven't played it in like what, like 35 years or so. You know what game I like? Well, back in the day, like the first games that were I had the Atari. My friend had a ColecoVision, and I really like when you could play together with somebody at the same time, and I really like playing Mousetrap. So one of us would like control the doors, and then Spy vs Spy, where you put like the traps up on the doors, and you're playing against your friend, and that game was pretty fun too. And then Nintendo came out, and I got the Nintendo. I still have my original Nintendo. I think it was 1986, and I got that for Christmas. And I was super, super excited because I got to play Super Mario Brothers without wasting my quarters at the arcade. And then maybe I think the next year, Super Mario 2 came out, and I played that. And then I think Zelda came out. And once I got Zelda, I was like, oh my God, this game is amazing. And all I would do, that was the beginning of, being a gamer, like playing games all the time. I liked Metroid. Tetris everybody played on their Game Boys. Ataris were a little bit more. My parents helped me out, but I just won $100 and I paid that. I think the Atari came up to a total of like 135 something, somewhere around there, if I remember right. And it only came with like the two joysticks and Pac-Man. Did it come with one other game too? I think Pac-Man. Maybe it was just Pac-Man. I actually filed my taxes today. And it's good that I'm getting a stimulus check because it's all going right back to them to pay for the pet taxes I got to pay. So I'm getting nothing. And then I got my Commodore 64, and then I was like computer, like I still have that too. It's like with my hard drive, and I got a modem and a printer, and the modem was really cool because this is like the beginning of modems, like. And I remember only seeing somebody use a modem on the movie War Games with Matthew Broderick, and so then I had a modem, and I was able to connect to my buddy down the street, and I'm like, oh my God, hello, and he's like, hello. I'm like, oh my God, Dad, look, come here. I'm talking to him on the computer. Like this is the first of its kind. You're talking to somebody on a modem, and like kind of like a very primitive internet, but it was basically just I called their house, and his modem answered my modem, and that's how we connected our computers. And this is a long time ago. And the fact that we had floppy disks, so a lot of people that they're born in the last 20-25 years probably have no idea what those are, but the big square floppy disk where you put your game in, and then you could copy a game and share it with your friends. Like, here, I just copied like 5 games for you, so now you got these games for your computer. And I don't know, some of the games that I really like playing were Maniac Mansion, Zach McCracken, and then some like Dungeon and Dragon games, stuff like that. But I loved, making, writing my own programs and stuff like that, just learning the computer. Yep, I had the Goonies game and codes. I had like a little notebook where I wrote all my codes. Does everybody remember the code for Contra? Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. Boom. 100 lives. Mappy Land? I never heard of that one. Oh, and Dig Dug. I liked Dig Dug too. I don't remember. Wait, Master Blaster. The name sounds familiar, but I don't really. Let's see. I remember I had Kid Icarus. I remember going to Kitty City to buy that game. And my dad said, a car pulled out in front of us. And my dad said, Chris, remember that license plate? Suspicious license plate. So I remembered it. And that was like 1986 or 7. And I still remember it. OVJ598. So we got Kid Icarus. And then I got Legendary Wings. What other games did I have? I had a bunch of them. Contra. What was another? Metroid. There's another one I'm thinking of. It's not Contra. It was like kind of like that though, where you'd have like a bionic arm that would grab onto something and pull you up. I forgot what it was called, but I remember the license plate. But then when Super Mario Bros. 3 came out, that was awesome because you could like literally do Tanuki Suit or the raccoon, or if you were the princess, you could float. Oh yeah, I just found all of my old Dungeons and Dragons stuff. It's all downstairs right now, and that was really fun for me. I used to play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends, and then everybody stopped playing it. So I have a ton of stuff. I used to DM, and I also used to play, but I used to DM a lot because I could like come up with stories, Remember in Super Mario Brothers the world -1? I remember how to do that. Oh yeah, we had a manual typewriter and we had a word processor. My dad had, and he made a program where we would make the number a Google, a 1 with 100 zeros after it. Yeah, everybody remembered Oregon Trail. The Sims came out a lot later. So I never played The Sims. I started playing WoW Classic, but right now I'm playing the original retail. It just wasn't the same. But I also play EverQuest, which is the best game. You have coconut and everything? If I ever get any more coconut, you can have it. Oh, and we played Rampage on the Commodore 64. And then Zork. You guys remember Zork? And then Space Quest and Police Quest. Oh, and King's Quest. I can't forget King's Quest. That was a little bit later when we had... That was like when MTV first came out. Or it was... we finally had a Windows computer. Very primitive, but... I remember playing King's Quest. That game was fun. Your first car had an 8-track player. 8-track was kind of just going out of style when I was old enough to get like cassette tapes and albums and stuff like that. But my friend still had 8-tracks. I remember my one friend had an REO Speedwagon 8-track. My first album that I got, full album, was Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet. But I had like a smaller record. Well, I had smaller records when I was little too. And my favorite song back then was Eye of the Tiger, and I had Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. And I had, when I was even younger than that, I had like Puff the Magic Dragon. Well, my parents had Puff the Magic Dragon. I actually just talked about that. Yeah, Peter, Paul, and Mary. Dun, 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 dun. My dad is amazing. Thank you. Wait. Bionic Commando. That might have been it. Oh, yeah, the grappling hook. It wasn't Rygar. Bon Jovi was your first It's so funny. I was just singing Bon Jovi earlier tonight, but I bet you guys won't guess what song I was singing. I was what was I doing? I was down in the kitchen getting my dog's food ready, and I'm singing Bon Jovi just a couple hours ago. You guys won't guess what song I was singing though. Plant Power, yes, I did hear that. A lot of workers were, like 293 workers were testing positive in the meat industry. Oh yeah, I had a Walkman. I had a few different Walkmans, but at one point I had that one stereotypical one, the one that was yellow that would close, technically waterproof. Oh, are we okay? We're guessing. We're guessing what song I was singing. Okay, so hold on. Let's see if anyone guesses it. Okay, so Kika says "Shot Through the Heart" and "Like a Cowboy." I know which song you're talking about. "Wanted Dead or Alive," "Living on a Prayer," "Dead or Alive." So you guys are all picking the main ones, but no. Here, I'll sing the part I was singing. No, I don't sing. I'm not singing it. It was from a movie. I'll tell you that. Every rose has its thorn. Come on. That was Bret Michael. That was Poison. Lord, I gotta ask a favor, and I hope you'll understand, 'cause I live life to the fullest. And there we go. Blaze of Glory. Boom. Lord, I never drew first, but I drew first blood. I'm the devil's son. Call me young. Dude, I love that movie. Young Guns 2. Bon Jovi's in it. Yeah, that was a good movie. Oh yeah, I remember when we first got cable, and I remember when we first got a VCR. I remember when we first got a microwave. Guitar solo, Jeff Beck. It wasn't. What's his name? Now sing Backstreet Boys. New Kids on the Block were before them, you know. So we got to be hanging tough before we can. I remember Ocean Pacific shirts and Gotcha shirts. Backstreet's back. Oh no. my friend sings a Backstreet Boys song in a bunch of my videos because every time I see him, he sings. He used to be pretty popular on MySpace back in the day. So, and I always see him when I go to expos and stuff. And so he was a really good singer. So I'm like, here, sing a song. And he sang a Backstreet Boy song. It is Backstreet Boys. I think it's the one, Ain't Nothing But a Honey. That song. It's Backstreet Boys? I don't know. I get them mixed up with NSYNC. Oh, Richie Sambora is the other guy I was talking about. Did anybody write him? Because it came to me before I read it, if anyone did write it. Bon Jovi was the band, but also John Bon Jovi is the lead singer of the band. I mean, there's a movie of me my dad took when I was little where I have a Van Halen hat that I had that I always wore. But no, I never really liked Van Halen. I guess there's a couple songs I liked. I liked David Lee Roth. I remember the song that was on MTV Countdown when I was a little kid, and he would come into the store all dressed up, and he'd be like, give me a bottle of anything and a glazed donut to go. Remember that song, Yankee Rose? Oh, that was NSYNC? Okay. I get them mixed up. Oh, the song that I was singing, though? Was that NSYNC or Backstreet or Lost Boys? Yeah, I had to sing the song because we were guessing what song I sang earlier tonight from Bon Jovi. I didn't Jordache jeans. Jordache. I remember. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Lost Boys was filmed in Santa Cruz, but they didn't want them to use Santa Cruz in the movie because they thought it would bring negative attention to Santa Cruz because in the movie they call it the murder capital of the world. So they made up a town and they called it Santa Carla, and a lot of people that don't live in California think that that's a real place in California. I know I did for the longest time. I didn't like Sammy Hagar as much, but some of his songs were okay. Bon Jovi's Frank Sinatra. Well, let's see how that works. I had parachute pants. Oh my god, when they first came out, I was like, I would do anything to get a pair of those, and I finally got a pair. And then I thought I was so cool. I'm like, well, now that I got them, can I get away with wearing them every day? You saw Bon Jovi live? Did you get to talk to him in San Jose? Murder by Death? I wasn't really a Doors fan, but my friends would listen to him. So I would listen to them by default because they would listen to them. I think when I first heard The Cure, I was hooked on The Cure, and that was like my band. That was and there were so many songs, so many albums, so many B-sides to buy, and like songs to still like hear that were rare from them. So like I was all about The Cure. But it was Bon Jovi first. Well, it was Motley Crue first, and then Bon Jovi. And then, of course, I like Poison and all those other ones. Rat, Cinderella. I'm not your fool. I can't sing like them. Stop. Striper. Is there movies in Syracuse or close by that movies were filmed at or used for a scene? Yeah, God Bless America was filmed here by Bobcat Goldthwait. Yeah, I think I think Mighty Ducks was filmed here. Mighty Ducks. And what else? Yeah, there's more. There's a lot of actors that are from here. And then there's some actors that their families live here. Like the Baldwins, they're not from here, but all their family lives here. So they're always, I mean, I'm sure like Alec and them, they don't live here, but they come here like every holiday and stuff, and people see them at Wegmans and get pictures with them. And actually, Rachel's mom got a picture with Daniel Baldwin last year. Tom Cruise is from here. Richard Gere. Other actors too. Viggo Mortensen went to school like up near Watertown, which is kind of in the vicinity, but damn Yankees, yep. So you're gonna stay forever. You forgot how old I am. I'm very, very old. Yeah, Tom Cruise was born here. Oh, Post Malone is from here too. He lived here until he was like 10 or something. Let me see. There's a website. Actually, I'm on it, but it's. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna go to Syracuse. Syracuse. Okay, so these are all the people that are from here, from Syracuse, that are famous. It's not necessarily an actor or whatever. So you got Post Malone, you got Tom Cruise, the voice actor for SpongeBob. Some of the people, I don't know who they are. There's a couple YouTube stars here. Some rappers, Megyn Kelly, David Muir. Let's see. Oh, Rod Serling, Twilight Zone. I told you guys about Rod Serling, the creator of the Twilight Zone. There's Bobcat. He's the one that's in my video. I know Bobcat. Let's see how this guy's in. He's in like a lot of messed up movies. Oh, who's this? Who's this dude right here? That's me. I'm on here. Bruce Colville is on here. These are people that are from Syracuse. But yeah, up here, Tom Cruise was born in Syracuse on the 4th of July. Yeah. Anyway, that's... Actually, Rachel's sister went and met Post Malone and said he's a really nice dude. If you were famous, I think you'd have to come to terms with being bothered in public. Well, a lot of people know that that's going to happen, and if people are jerks about it, then they probably shouldn't be in that situation, unless it was something like they were born into and had no choice. I did actually just hear that recently, that Bon Jovi had some kind of restaurant that feeds the homeless. Yeah, Twilight Zone, if you watch like the first, I mean, it's throughout all of them, but if you watch like the first season, the first like 10 episodes or something, like scattered throughout like a few of them, they talk about Syracuse quite a bit and some of the surrounding cities that are very close to Syracuse. And when I first saw that, it blew my mind. I took a little video of it and posted it on my Instagram. But they talk about Cortland, Elmira, Ithaca, Syracuse, because Rod was born here, and I think he went to school down, or he worked down in like Ithaca and Elmira and Cortland. So he was always driving around in that area and then back in Syracuse. So. Steve Martin's hometown is Waco. Waco, Texas is also known for something else too, which we're coming up on the anniversary of on 4/19. Yeah, Rod Serling did not, and he died in, I believe, in a hospital in Rochester from, something that could have been easily treated. Now it was his heart, but the surgery that he went through there, he got an infection or something and ended up dying. I think in Rochester. Yeah, he was born on Christmas Day. What number am I? If you guys all vote for me and boost me up, I'll probably be higher. I'm 36. I'm 30. It's just weird. I did not put myself on this site, by the way. I was notified by the site that I was on there, and if I needed to correct anything, let them know. And I was like, oh, well, I was born in Syracuse. That's the only thing I really cared about. I'm like, I'm born in Syracuse. Let me see. It says born in Syracuse, number 36. Number 36, Aquarius named Chris. And number 42 out of 44-year-olds. They call me a web star, which I would probably argue against, but whatever. Go give me a boost. Yeah, that's crazy. Post Malone is before Tom Cruise. That's nuts. But I don't know. Post Malone he's really talented. He's a nice dude too. Haunted house movie was in your city? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean haunted house movie was in there's a haunted movie in my city? I'm trying to I grew up, listening to Michael Jackson out there. I wasn't like a huge fan of Michael Jackson, but I was around when he was at his peak. John was on Howard Stern this morning. John who? How come I don't know what's going on in this chat? The haunted street near me? The haunted street near me. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh yeah, that was a shock when Bill Paxton died. Lame Rod Stewart is legend. Oh, that was just a funny sentence. I've seen his house. I guess his house is like, well, somebody told me it was his house. But if you go up to the Hollywood sign and you look over, you go all the way up there and you look over, there's this big white mansion. And somebody said that was Rod's house. I don't know, but it was a big house. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you meant about the haunted street by me, but if you're talking about the road that I was driving on where I had that ghost story that I told, the name of that is Salt Springs Road. And it's funny because right after that part, the next road that intersects it is called Sleepy Hollow. That's kind of weird. I used to live on a road. It was actually my brother's house when I lived in there before he did. It was called Burning Hollow. That was the name of the street. And I just felt like it was something out of like Harry Potter or something. I'm like, yep, I got a cool address. Yeah, if you're playing too many video games, you got to get out. You got to breathe the air, go back in, play some more video games. Oh yeah, Thriller. I remember Thriller premiering. I was super little. I remember Billie Jean and Beat It. Um, I remember when the Guns N' Roses video Estranged came out, and they played it like 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. And the song is like 8 or 9 minutes long. And they just played it once after another when it first came out. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Oh, the Michael Jackson's Moonwalker where he could throw his hat at you. Do I want kids? No. My favorite Billy Joel song is Matter of Trust. I remember my dad used to like the video for that when it was on MTV. Everybody was dancing around singing. But that can't happen to us, 'cause it's always been a question of why. Yeah, that's funny. I was just singing. I was just singing this the other day. Like, was it yesterday or the day before? But literally, it was like, I think it was yesterday. I haven't been in a crowd like this since I went to see The Who. I should have got off a couple miles ago, but I couldn't get to the door. We're already packed in like sardines. Now we're stopping in to pick up more. Another one rides the bus. I love Weird Al. I used to listen to Weird Al back when I used to play Dungeons and Dragons with my friend, and lots of Weird Al. Axl changed shirts for every song. Your daughter dated the son of the saxophone player in Billy Joel's band. I have a friend that dated Mark Hamill's son. What? My neighborhood is not scary at night. The scariest person in my neighborhood is me. But there are... Rachel has a scary story, though, from my neighborhood. She said she watched Indy when I went to California a couple years ago, and she was walking late at night, and she was on her phone, and there's like a little park with a bench, and it's actually where I did that Dorito zombie commercial, but it was at night, and she was walking Indy, and then all of a sudden he started like barking like crazy. His hair stood up, and he was barking, and she looked over, and there was this guy walking through the park, and then when he saw her, well, this is, I guess, right before he started barking. When he saw her, he started walking right at her. And then Indy started barking like crazy, and he totally turned around and walked the opposite direction. And she was just talking about that the other day. When I was walking, and it was kind of startling, but so I was walking, and it gets... There's a bunch of houses, and then when it gets to the end, there's only houses on one side, and it's like all like kind of trees and stuff. And I've showed it in my Insta stories back in the day. But I was walking, and this dude just came right out of the trees and started walking kind of in my direction. And there was a street going this way. And he saw me, and I don't know if he was startled by me, But I was kind of startled that somebody just came out of there. But instead of like doing anything normal, I just started walking right at him. And he just turned and went the other way. So I guess I'm the scariest thing in the neighborhood sometimes. No, but that's a true story. So, you know, I feel like Tom Hanks from The Burbs. If there's something going on in my neighborhood, I mean, nobody knocks off an old man in my neighborhood and gets away with it. That's the attitude I have, like The Burbs, you know? Is anybody else like that? Can you take Indy and Zeke for a walk or attempt it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know you, so I don't know if I would be okay with that. If I met you, then maybe. Indy is like, he's a big German Shepherd, and he's the nicest German Shepherd. And one day I was walking him. I haven't seen him do this. I've seen him do this twice ever. So I was walking Indy in my parents' neighborhood, and their neighborhood, there's like, it's not as well lit. They're out in the middle. Like, if I look up at the skies right now, like I can see the stars. But if I'm over in their development where I grew up and I look up, I can see the Milky Way. Like, it's away from the city. So I was walking Indy late at night at my parents' house, and I had him on a really long leash. And he was walking a little bit ahead of me, obviously, and I'm walking, and all of a sudden I hear these dogs like come at me, and I turn my head, and Indy had already walked way ahead of they couldn't see Indy at this point. They could only see me because there was like a big camper in the yard, and these two Dobermans started running right at me, and they're running full force at me, and I'm just going like, what? You know, like I'm thinking to myself, like, these people better not have their dogs like running out in their yard like this to attack people. And I look over because my mom's dog was attacked by someone's dog down at the end of that neighborhood. So I'm thinking like, great, these dogs are going to attack me now. And then all of a sudden they're running at me, and Indy comes into view, and he just stands in front of me and starts the meanest bark I've ever heard him bark, and his hair stood up, and both of those dogs just stopped in their tracks as if they were like, well, what should we do? I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't go over there. And they're just like looking at each other, just kind of like having a little conversation if they should come any closer, and they decided not to. So thank you, Indy. So and then what are we talking about here? Why was Rachel not carrying a weapon? Oh, Race, what's up? Thought something happened to you. Yeah, the only other time Indy ever did that, I used to take him to the dog park, but I don't take him there anymore just because there's too many idiots that go there. But I took him to the dog park, and Indy just loved everybody and every dog, and we were coming out of the dog park, and then somebody else was coming in, and they had a big Rottweiler, and Indy was like, "Oh, hi, puppy!" And the Rottweiler jumped on top of Indy, and Indy was like, "Screw this!" He just turned around and was like, "Roar, roar, 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 roar," and like basically got up in that one's face, and I'm like, "Okay, we're out of here. Let's go." So that's the only two times I've seen him do that. I came up with Indy's name because Indiana Jones. But yeah, anybody that comes over here, Indy will love to say hi to you and lick you, and then he'll go lay down. Hi, Chrissy. So I have a friend that was attacked by a German Shepherd, and she was highly afraid. She had PTSD the worst way. She couldn't do normal things anymore because she was attacked by a German Shepherd. And this was years and years. And she told me about this. I said, hey, if you ever want to try to get over your fear of this, you can come over and meet my dog. And I have a huge German Shepherd. And she was like so afraid to do this, but she wanted to like get help for this, and she thought that's the only way she could do it. So I'm like, yeah, Indy, I guarantee you he will not bite you. He will. So she ended up coming over and meeting Indy, and she was scared to death. Like she froze, she couldn't move. And then, by the end of it, like she was, sitting down, hugging and petting and playing with Indy, and it made her feel so much better, and she was over it. Because my huge dog, and she had like a little tiny, what was it? Like a Boston Terrier, I think. And I have a picture of both of them together laying on the kitchen floor. That was a long time ago. How did I come up with the name Zeke? I don't even know. Like, we were calling him all kinds of different names. We called him Stark at first, like from Game of Thrones, and he wasn't a Stark. And then I just started calling him Zeke. I don't know why. For some reason in my brain, I just thought, great, now he's coming over here. He was laying down like a good boy. Now he heard his name. Well, I don't think my dog. It's all about how you train your dog. The dog that she was attacked by was basically left outside all the time on a chain, and she went up to her friend's house, and that dog was laying there on the chain and attacked her. Indy won't do that to people. If somebody was attacking me, I think he would look for guidance, be like, is it okay to help you out, because I don't like what this person is doing to you. But yeah, he would help me if somebody was trying to hurt me. Yeah, I don't like walking my dog with. So that's why I like walking my dog late at night when there's no other people around and stuff. Yeah. I gotta say, I was kind of hesitant to be around German Shepherds too for a long time, even though I had one when I was growing up. Um, I was just afraid that, like I'm just stand still. But now I see a German Shepherd, I'm like, oh my God, because, into the pup. Yeah, if you've been attacked by a dog, big dogs, I can understand why people would be afraid of them. Ziggy in Hollywood. Yeah, it's snowing here too. It's crazy. My friend was attacked by a Chihuahua. Do I film my? I mean, I don't film it, but like sometimes if I'm going for a walk and I see something that looks filmable or beautiful or magnificent, then I'll film it. What wow, we're already at an hour and a half, almost. I would say any dog attack is the result of its owner, probably. Yeah, I'm always trying to film creepy and scary things if I see something. No, I didn't watch The Iron Giant yet. You were attacked by a butterfly? That must have hurt. Oh man, I can't imagine. Do you have a scar from it? Kika, aren't you in the same room with Darth Vegan? Could you just ask him right there? I got stung by a bee once when I was 5. You're in East Central New York? Oh yeah, you're by Albany, right? Oh, is it midnight? Oh my god, it is almost midnight. Whoa. Time is flying. Oh, you know what I was going to show you guys? Do you guys still want to see those? I have this with me here too. I have... No, you got to go lay down. Go lay down. No, you got to go lay down. We don't want your hair on the... No, you got to go lay down. Go. Go. I want to show you guys like the shirts that I had from last night. But I don't want Zeke on there because then you're all going to have dog hair when you order shirts. No, you need to go lay down. Go lay down. Okay. So. No, you got to go lay down. You got to go lay down. Lay down. Go lay down. Listen to me. All right, so let's see. No, you gotta go lay down. Go lay down. Go. Go lay down. Go. All right, so yeah, these are very very comfortable shirts here. These are the shirts that we were talking about that I still have. So I'm just gonna kind of read some of them. So this would be that would be a small. That would be my size right there. You want to order Zeke hair? Like, I swear there's I had to close off the entire room that I make the shirts in because it's impossible not to have dog hair on things here at my house. Daniel, you were the first one to message me, so I'm saving that one beanie for you. And I'll write you back in the... And this is the other beanie we have, guys. This isn't quite like the one I'm wearing right now. It's a little bit smaller. I like the one I have on just because I have more hair, especially when I pull it back and I put it under the hat. But if you don't have a lot of hair like me, this is a nice one too. But that's it for those beanies right now. And then I just want to see what else I didn't even know I had this. So maybe, okay, so I have a large in that, but I can make these. I actually make these here at my house anyway. I do, there's only 2 of these. This is a large. This is a different color. I always use black, but I do have that. Oh, this isn't even, this is good catch, so that has nothing to do with, I'm not selling that. I print these ones too. This is a large Ouija shirt for the animals. This is the hoodie that I ordered for myself, and I kind of think it's too small. It's a nice hoodie. I do want to try it on, but I think it's too small for me. I think I need a medium, so I'm going to sell that too. Oh, somebody asked me, and I said I didn't think so, but it looks like I do have an apron. I do have an apron right here. These aprons are nice. I actually wear these in my cooking videos. I'll have to see. That's a women's large. Got women's cut here. I got a bunch of these ones here. So these look like they're all women's cut. So these are all women's extra large. These are, what are these? Large. This looks like just unisex large, so we got a bunch of larges. And then these are the ones that I'm going to take one of these for myself. I just haven't worn it yet. So this is the really thin, comfortable hoodie material of what I wear. It's a hoodie. So I'll probably take this one for myself because it's a small. But I do have a few of them, so let's see. I have one in, I got another one in small, so if you guys are like me, we got another small. Are these all small? Maybe they are. Yeah, it looks like they might all be small. Small. What's this one? Yeah, I think all of these are the last one right here. Okay, so yeah, they're all small. And that's it. So I'll take one of these for me. And then I have the rest of the stuff there. But that's what I have right now. And you guys can email me if you are interested in any of those. Well, the link right now is not going to work for you because these are the ones that unless you're looking for a vegan zombie or a go vegan one or the Ouija board one, if you're looking for one of those, then yeah. But if you're looking for the ET one like that, then I only have what I just showed you right there until things go back to normal. And when things go back to normal, then we'll do another pre-order for the third-party company that makes them, which are down the road. I know I wish I had more copies of my cookbooks that I could sell. You're talking to Kika. You're talking about the zombie holding the carrot like this. Yeah, I could probably give that to them and have them make hoodies and T-shirts like that. You date anyone you're bored? But guys, I can't take orders like on this right now, so I can't. It's just too much information coming in right now. But if you want to email me, I can figure out what we have there, and you can see what I already had there. If you want any of that stuff, if you're looking to order a shirt for me to make or something, then just know that, you know, I only have a certain amount of whatever, but I can make whatever. I just might have to. It might not be right away, like if you were ordered on Amazon, because I might have to order more blanks to print them on, depending on what you order. But if you go to my links below, you'll see there's the one link for the Vegan Zombie merch. Actually, it sucks right now because I have two different links for the stuff. But if you go to my apparel, those are the things that I print myself here. But all the ET ones are printed by the other people, as well as like the hats and stuff that go vegan and Vegan Zombie and stuff. And like I said, they're not really doing it right now because of what's going on. So, yeah, right in the link below, that there's a Patreon. It's just the Vegan Zombie on Patreon right there. Yeah, and if you were looking to email me, you can find my contact information on theveganzombie.com. There's a contact me form if you guys are looking for any of that. Otherwise, just you can just in right now you can only order if you're in the United States through the website. If you're not in the United States, just email me and we'll figure it out. And then we'll figure out shipping and all that too. I did make a TikTok, but I haven't really been doing anything with it. I read an article that TikTok was only promoting accounts where people were really good looking, were doing their TikToks in like really nice places with zero to no clutter, that they were really basically favoring certain accounts over others. So I don't know if I can still do a backflip, but I used to be able to do a backflip. In what way do we have a lot in common, me and Vegan Gains? No, I never danced on TikTok. Most of the TikToks in there are my dogs. You guys never seen me do a kickflip? Come on, I've done several kickflips. Let me no, I'll do, hold on. Hey guys. All right, here, I'm going to do a kickflip. Let's see, I forgot which one it was. Wait, it was probably back here. I have them in order. Let me see. Which one's the kickflip? Do 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 do. Oh, not until 22. Well, we just did it. Okay, here we go. Kickflip. Right there. Bam, kickflip. 180 kickflip, heel flip, 360 flip. Is that good enough? Wait, there's a typo in my website when you type the email to get subscription news. It says you are already subscribed. What's the typo? Are you already subscribed, or is it? Dom, are you still on here? Do you know anything about that? I passed the test. Yes. Well, skateboarding, you got to put a lot of practice. That was 30 years of skateboarding right there. Thanks, guys. Well, at the end of that video, you can see me fall every which way. Well, it's all going to me, Rose, so it just means that I don't have it ready right now, so I have to order the blank shirt to come in and then print it and then send it out. So I can basically print whatever you want because I make them myself. I just need to know that I just didn't have enough money to buy a ton of blank shirts and have everything in stock, so I buy them as they come in. Sometimes I'll just print a bunch. But after I do a Veg Fest, I'm pretty much sold out of most everything. The guys running at us at the railroad tracks. Oh yeah, you could go see. That's in our spooky stories I told during Halloween. Yeah, I never found out what that was. We should have stayed there. Did I not get any injuries because you do more safe skateboarding? That could be it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've just been, I guess I really learned how to fall. And it's helped me too because I almost fell down my stairs the other day and I had my camera in my hand and I don't want to break my camera. And I think that if I wasn't a skateboarder, I would have probably got hurt. But no, I've never broken any bones. Oh, it says you is already subscribed. Dominic, are you still on here? Dom is my is the guy that made my awesome website. So if he's not on here anymore, I'll send him a message. But thank you for that. So yeah, I have a mailing list that I've never used. But so if everybody goes there and signs up for my mailing list, I was thinking about just letting everybody know, because some people don't get notifications. So just kind of letting everybody know that I have a new video coming out or something like that. Does that count? Yes. This is where I used to skate when I was younger. We used to come here all the time. This is the Everson Museum in Syracuse, New York. It's like really smooth, and all the skaters love to skate here. So I guess I'll run it while I'm talking here. I'm such a thug? How come? You made 3%, but from a company? Well, I make them myself, so I do all the work myself, and I send them out myself, and so No, I've never skated with Bob Burnquist Wonderland. You know what's funny? Okay, so this question, you don't get in trouble for skating here. They were pretty good about not, doing anything to us here. But, as a skateboarder, I was, getting in trouble all the time for skateboarding, getting kicked out of places, security being called on us, cops being called on us. And this was a place, it was a museum. So sometimes they would be cool with us skating there. Other times they would kick us out. Sometimes one skateboarder would ruin it for all of us. I think a skater, hold on, like if I go over here at the very beginning. So over here at the very beginning, you see that? There's like a glass walkway. It goes down underneath. And then there's a door down there. Some skater, idiot, threw his skateboard down and smashed the glass door open. And for a while, they weren't letting anybody skate there. So he ruined it for all of us for a while there. And so we would always get like kicked out. And then all these years later, I made this video last September. So last September, not even a year ago, I made this video. And I uploaded it. And I also uploaded a version of it to my Instagram. And I tagged the Everson Museum in it. And they liked it. And I sent it to all my friends. They're like, oh my God. Because like we used to get kicked out of the Everson. And I just made a video skating at the Everson. And they liked my video. So I just thought that was really fun. Whereas, anyway. We didn't have a skate park for a very long time. In fact, the one skate park that we have now, I've never, ever skated at. So all the years that I was in my prime of skating, we used to get kicked out and they never had a skate park for us. They did make one. Actually, so I went to high school with Dave Mira. Dave Mira was one of the most decorated X Games BMXers. He was one of the best in the world. And he went to school with me in Chittenango. And after he became big and famous, he donated money for a little skate park in the small little town where I live. And they made a little skate park there. It's not that big it's not even that good. And they had stupid rules for it. But it's still there. So I have been there a few times. I actually fell right off a ramp straight onto my back at one point over there. But yeah. So. But for the majority of the time that I skated, there was no skate parks where I lived. Now that I know of, there's one at the mall that I did the video in, the comic book video with all the zombies that I showed you guys. That same mall, which is pretty much desolate now. There's really nothing there. Everything closed down. But there is a skate park there. And I haven't been there. I haven't been skating. I've been to the place, but I haven't been skating there. Dave Mira was a grade ahead of me. So he was 1 year older than me. And I hung out with him a few times. Seen him skate. I was inspired to ride BMX way back in the 80s when I was a kid, going to the Oz Day Parade, because I'd be out there on my bike and I'd see him on his bike just doing crazy things back down there. And he became the world champion. Did double backflip, first person to ever do it. Crazy. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, most malls are the dinosaurs. We do have one of the biggest malls in the country here, which is a different mall than the skate park, but why is it sad? Because, well, just Google Dave Mira and you'll see why it's sad. He's rest in peace. If I was in LA now, would I try to be getting into the film industry? I mean, I'm always trying to get into the film industry because I'm trying to make my film. So yeah, I would. I played a lot of Skate or Die. Yes, he did. He had wife and kids. Good night, Angela. Thank you for watching. The Rise of Sky. Where are you watching that? Did you rent it? Because I haven't seen that one. So I want to see that one. Actually, the first video I ever uploaded to YouTube is a video where I was supposed to be hanging out with Dave Mirra, but he ended up bailing at the last minute. But we ended up going with one of his good friends, and his friend did something crazy on the car ride up. We were going to a skate park in Vermont. I could show you the video. It's the first video I ever uploaded, and at the time, this is back in January of 2006, when YouTube was brand new, some TV company wanted to use my footage, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead. And they wanted me to sign all this stuff, so I just never did it because I didn't know what I was signing, and so it never happened. But let me show you. And I don't... This is the kind of stuff we would do when I was dumb and stupid and young. So don't ever think that I'm promoting this stuff. But I just want to show you my first video ever, if you guys want to see it. All right, let me see here. Oldest video. It was uploaded a long time ago. February 2006. That's a long time. The quality of the footage is not very good at all, but we are driving to... I mean, they were like daredevils, okay? I mean, Dave Mirra is... The stuff that he would attempt and do and become like the best of the best. So this is the mentality of... This is driving on the throughway, highway, whatever, to Vermont. And let me see. Let me make it a little bit better so you can see it. I can't play the music because it's Jane's Addiction. I'll get demonetized. All right, here we go. We're going about 70 miles an hour. Yeah, don't do that at home. First video I ever uploaded. I don't know if you could see it as good as it was. Like, hold on. Let me do it one more time, but hold on. I gotta make it smaller so you can see the whole video. There we go. Okay. Play it one more time. It's only 12 seconds long. Here we go. All right, here we go. So he goes out. He's also a BMXer like Dave, and he's flying around, and we're just like, "What are you doing, dude?" I couldn't believe it either. Like I never did that. I would never do that. But he did it, and that's the first video I ever uploaded to YouTube, and I got almost 6,600 views on my first video. And I only have 35 subscribers. No, that's not me. That's not me. That was one of Dave Mirra's best friends. Oh yeah, he's definitely lucky he didn't fall off. Hi, Vigo. No, I don't think it was. He had that. What's that? What is it? CET or something? It's what happens to like football players when they bang their head too much. That's what they think he had because he hit his head so many times. He actually got hit by a car up here in Syracuse and broke like all his bones. And he thought he was like done. And that was like 1994. And he thought he was like done, but he only got better after that. I remember in high school he had a broken foot and he was on crutches. And he was walking down towards the cafeteria and there's a little set of stairs and he took his crutches and kind of put them down and did like a 360 down the stairs with a broken foot with his crutches. Not on a bike, just kind of like just hobbling around on his crutches. Another time he was way up on the top bleachers, really high up, and the coach was like, "Dave, get down from there." So he did a backflip off. Like he did crazy things. And then there was like this bridge jumping place where all my friends would go. I never did it just because I hated the water. I guess I wasn't afraid to for the actual jump, but just being in the water, I wouldn't do it. But everybody would go bridge jumping into the water. And I have got videos of my friends. Actually, I think I have it on here somewhere of my friends bridge jumping on like from the bridge part. But Dave got all the way, he climbed all the way up to the top structure of the bridge, higher up than anybody was jumping, that my friends were jumping, and he did like a double backflip off that. So, yeah, he was one of those people that was always seeking adrenaline. Do our grocery stores have security? Some of them do. And actually, I was a security guard many years ago at some of these grocery stores. Yeah, I can swim. Yeah, CTE. He wasn't, well, okay, so he retired from BMX as like the best of the best. He had, at the time, he had the most X Game medals out of anybody ever. And he retired. He retired from BMX. And at that point, he really didn't, what was next? Because he was always looking for something bigger and better and, to always push the envelope. But he was done now. So he tried doing for a little bit. He was doing marathon. Some of my friends saw him riding his bike and stuff around here a few times. But so he did like a marathon where he rides the bike, he runs, and he swims. And he was doing that and training for that like all the time. And he said it just was like, it was too boring or something. Like it's too like he needed something more adrenaline. He did do a charity boxing match where he boxed against another, I think it was another biker, maybe one of Travis Pastrana's friends or something. I forget who he boxed against, but so he wasn't like a professional fighter in that sense, but he did do it for a little bit just to do that charity thing. Yeah, and then, yeah. And his last picture on Instagram is him like doing like a on his bike doing like a tail tap or something on top of a basketball hoop. And I remember way back in the day when I was younger, I was downtown in the little town that I grew up in, and we were skateboarding, and we were on the side of this gas station, and the gas station had like a little slope that went up, and Dave's like, move out of the way, and he comes riding his bike. I'm like, oh, it's Dave, and he comes riding the bike. I'm like, what's he gonna do? He's gonna ride right into a wall? And then he rides his bike, picks it up, and goes straight a wall ride all the way to the top of the wall, whips his tail, hits the light on the building, and comes down, rides away. And it was like, oh, who could ever have done that besides him? Yeah, he left his friend's house and he went into his car and did that. And that's one of the things that the CTE can do to you. It makes you have thoughts like that. So yeah, I definitely eat late at night because I have a different schedule than a lot of people. CTE is a condition or a disease that happens when it happens to a lot of football players from hitting their heads a lot. And Dave hit his head a lot, as a BMXer on the ramps and all that stuff. It gives you like suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. So, this is Dave right here. This is Dave at that little skate park that he donated I was on this one. This is from my hometown. And this is him after he donated it. And there he is. He donated it for all the kids in Chittenango. And he's just kind of riding around on it. Look how good he is. So this is right down by my parents' house. I wonder if I know anybody in here. Yeah. So that's just a short video of him. But there was some really old footage of him from, my hometown. And I don't know if I can find it right now, but oh yeah, from 1994. Yeah, if you want, like, it's all there. You can watch him. He's like really, really good. Yeah, I mean that's all we had down there. It's not that good of a skate park, but I think it's more set up for bikes too. Yeah, I often do the intermittent fasting where I don't eat for a long period of time and then I eat. So I normally don't eat right when I wake up. I wait a little bit longer, but then I wake up kind of late anyway. And that's just how my normal days are most of the time. And, I don't do it 100% of the time all the time. But, hey, we're at 2 hours now, guys, so I think I'm going to get going. Is that okay with you guys? Yeah, Deneen, same here. This skate park wasn't put in until after I had already, done most of my skating and moved away. So same here. We always had to do parking garages and the bank, parking lot, stuff like that. I don't usually actively think about it. I just eat certain times, and it always happens to be that's just like my normal everyday routine. But yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with the doggies for a little bit, and oh yeah, I gotta edit a video. Well, I was into weightlifting right before this whole thing happened. We were going to the gym every night. All right, guys. I think that's it. So have a great night and see you tomorrow. Stuff like that. Go ahead and thumbs up the stream if you think I deserve it. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.